What's up, everyone? I wasn't expecting to do this today, however, it just happened this way. So, I'm inviting you all into my space. I'll let you all see everything. And just got all these beautiful new crystals. Let me see. So, all my crystals. So this row is my chakra row. This one's really powerful, crown chakra. And then these are my, let's see, this out the way. These are my personal crystals. These, like, see, the bumblebee is still vibrating. The bumblebee jasper still vibrating. So yeah, my personal one. Let me show you how beautiful. Pink. I'll post these later so you'll know what they are. And then my salt heart. So anyway, these are the personal ones that called out to me at the store. And then these, I got these as a gift along with, I was out of sage, burned all my sage yesterday. And went to go get my sage. I remembered I didn't have any, and this came as a gift. So I was like, okay, I can use that. And then the person's energy, I really like that energy. So from what I know about her so far, so I put her on there for, not for her personally, it was just the fact that my love and I had manifested someone to come around us with this beautiful energy. So I'm looking at that for our life. One of the things that I'm putting in there in the bag, in the bag for our wife energy. So yeah, all right. Okay, Love says I'm not funny. I'm funny. He just doesn't know it. So anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and you all can listen to the breeze. I was supposed to go to the beach. I was torn between going to the beach and it's been a minute since I've done this. It's been a minute. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Please practice. Anyway, let me not get sidetracked. So, and then I also got this beauty. So I've never seen a pendulum made out of wood. It's still, I'm telling you, this thing is, see how it's vibrating? It was doing the same thing in the shop. It was really cutting up. So anyway, let me sage everything, just because I feel like it. You don't have to. I like to do stuff like this. I know there's rules to everything and stuff like that. However, my first time remembering being spiritual was when I was 2. And I say 2 because I could have been 3. Haven't gone back to figure that out. And I'm no longer in the place that I'm going to ask anybody. So I'm just going with 2. So you go with 2 too. So anyway, I've had these gifts, for a long time. So there were no rules. In fact, I found out a major thing in my life was I used to have nightmares forever. Probably till I was 12, 13 years old, maybe. Was I still having them in Kentucky? I knew I still had them in Nebraska. And I don't think I had them in Kentucky. However, I think the hallway seemed the same, and that's why I'm saying Kentucky. But I don't think I had them in Kentucky. The last time I remember having a nightmare, and I would keep the whole house up and everything. And so I walked to my friend's house after school. I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to come home because I was on punishment from nightmares and keeping the house up all night. So I went over to her house anyway, and then I called my mom, and she said no to come home. All the buses had gone, all the kids had gone, and her house was a long ways from the school, and the school was a long ways from the house, and I had to walk home. So yeah, that's a strong-willed child. And so that happened. So that's the last time I remember about the nightmares, and I was pretty old when that happened. So yeah, and that was pretty sure in Nebraska. So anyway, I brought that up because of my recent ketamine experience, and ooh, this feels so good. All this stuff feels so good. My recent ketamine experience, and from there, just making sure that's on. You all like my t-shirt? Just DM me, and you all could Google it and find them. I got this off of out of Etsy, so if you ask me, I'll tell you if you can't find it, but you can find it on Etsy, and if you just do a Google on the picture, because I don't have the person's name. But anyway, I love it. I wore it today on purpose. So anyway, from my ketamine experience, the same shapes that I saw, so these shapes used to come at me at night. As soon as I come at night, they're all different chakra codes. They used to come at me, and they go in me, and I try to stop them from going in me. They just go in, and they look like squiggly worms, just squiggly worms, and they're about this big, and it was millions of them. They just start coming at me like this at night as soon as I get into bed, and I'd be scared and put the covers over my head. They would come through the covers. If I shut my eyes, they would come through my, just always. And so scared, run to my parents' door, crying, stuff, scare them half to death. They started closing the door. I would cry at the door, stick my hand under the door. I was so scared. They were scared. And so anyway, what happened was, guess the first thing that I saw, one of the first things I saw when I did my ketamine, ta-da, the squigglies. And I understood them. And so basically what it was is like some kind of way I had gotten separated from my spiritual mind, which is the ketamine mind that I have now. That's open and can see everything and be. Bumblebee. This thing is vibrating. My bumblebee. Be. So different from knowing yourself and being yourself. Be. So that's so strong, and that's why Spirit was like, get this. I didn't know what it was. It was like, oh, it's a bumble. I said, it's a bumblebee, Jeff? Yeah, bumblebee. So it's vibrating in my hand. So anyway, so that came from the ketamine. And so basically those colors were trying to come to me then when I was 2. Not 2, but, whenever the nightmare started. Yeah. It's really windy. Let me turn off the fan. That might help. Yeah, so I was like, oh man, so you can't lose yourself, you can't lose yourself, you can't miss yourself, you can't delay yourself. So where I am at this age is where I'm supposed to be at. However, that part of me, Virgo, which I'm working on, because I'm listening to this one lady, Wise Royalty, and Amina L, and I just saw her on a post from 7 months ago from Black Magic. And prior to her, Sister Myra presented astrology in such a intriguing way. And she's all booked up. And I'm like, okay, well, someone else will come, or that wasn't for me. And so someone else came. Let me show you my book. So here's my book. So as soon as I don't like the lines and stuff like that. However, I love, this just reminded me of Let's see. Yeah, this just reminded me of the universe and one of my experiences I had with ketamine. It was totally different, but still something reminds me of it. So this is what I was going to use because Sister Myra was spitting so much knowledge about the 6 axis instead of 12, 6 axis instead of 12 zodiac. She does the 6 axis because she says it's 180 and 180 that does the 360 instead of just 360. So like I'm Virgo and Pisces. So Virgo is the physical and Pisces is the spiritual, which I don't know how that happened. I don't know who created that. However, that's my Virgo. So anyway, let me clear these things off because it's hard for me to keep my hands off of this one. So not clear them off, but let me just sage them because that's what I want to do. And of course you got to find your own way because I don't think you have to sage or clean or do whatever because like I was saying, I didn't know about any of this stuff, and if nothing could happen because I didn't know, so much stuff has happened and I didn't know any spiritual stuff. So it's like, all right, either it is or it isn't. So basically what I use it as is this one's so powerful. Oof, I can just feel it. It's like when I picked this up, I didn't want to do anything except for do nothing like the ketamine for the rest of my life, but be spiritual. And then my third eye, and I'm laughing because I understand it's like I dropped this in my little bowl the other day when I was burning, and I was like, no, it just looked like it wanted to go in there. And now I understand because after this one, yeah, this is definitely sleeping with this one up under my pillow tonight. So that's the crown, third eye. Come on, stay with me. Third eye. I'm just lighting sage. So funny. I'm supposed to be going to the beach. I was feeling bad about not going to the beach because I ate something to ground me. Then it's like I started feeling tired. Then the whole Virgo thing kicked in about the guilt, and I'm like, well, it's about to rain, and see all those dark clouds. Can you see dark clouds right here? See? So I'm like, oh, it's gonna rain, beach, and it hasn't rained yet. However, look where I'm at. Can you believe it? On my first one, I was gonna do this by myself. It's like, well, I was telling Spirit, I said, well, I want my crystals. I want to be with my crystals. So, put it on the table. So anyway, I was like, I'll just do this real quick, and then if it doesn't rain, I'll go walk, whatever. I was saying a bunch of Virgo stuff. And, Spirit was asking me when I was going out to the car to get the crystals, like, well, why do you want to do that? And I was like, because I feel like if I wouldn't have ate, I wouldn't have been tired. And I'm not really tired. It's just something trying to stop me from going to the beach, and I'm going to miss this and that and whatever. It's like, oh, girl, Virgo. Anyway, so blue for throat. And I've been waiting for it. Did you know that there's green obsidian? Who knew that? For my heart. You see that? Go ahead, you want to be in it. Go ahead and be in it. That's right here. And then yellow for my solar plex one. And then orange. These are the twins. So some sacral twins are coming my way. Ooh, anybody want to have some babies? You want twins? You're going to claim these sacral ones? I have to look up and see what zodiac goes with sacral, but we got twins right here. They would not let me part from them. They wanted to be together. They felt so good. I couldn't pick one, even when I tried, so I got both. And then red tiger's eye for my root. So, yep. All right. And then I'm going to jump in. Jump. This is so funny. You can see I'm not moving my hand at all. It was doing that in the store. Until I asked it, I'll show you all. And you see I'm not moving my hand. May I see my yes, which is clockwise? See, I'm not moving my hand. Can you go a little bit bigger for Tribe on YouTube? Thank you. And then my energy, can we stop that? And then go counterclockwise for my no. So this is what I use if you all call me. I know it's trying to talk to me about something, but I just want to show everybody. So if you'll do that with me. I just want to do counterclockwise and show everybody. And then go back to doing your thing. Because, yeah. So this is what we'll use, counterclockwise. And then can we stop? Can we go back and forth? Back and forth. Can we go side to side? It doesn't matter, left, right, side to side. This is the one that, well, none of them are hard anymore. Can go left or right. Here you go. So, all right. Let me save this a little bit more, and then we'll move on to the other ones. I've been laughing. I mean, that was a really good shop. The first shop I went to, and I'll put that in the in the description. I mean, the energy was just really good. I enjoyed it. So, yesterday, last night, and today. Yesterday, I listened to Wise.Royalty on Instagram, and she did a reading of all the signs for the new moon. Full moon, one of the moons, I don't know. It was on March 31st, a couple days ago, if you go look to her Instagram. And so, I just want to do this all the way. It makes me feel good to do it. All right, good for you. And anyway, so she did a reading. I'm just cleaning these here. I'm just going to, you don't need to look at me. You can look at these crystals and think about your own crystals. So, just clearing crystals out. That's all I'm doing. And like I said, I'm just doing it because I want to. I've heard a lot of things. However, like I said, my gift's been on since I was 2, even before that. And I haven't been taught a lot along those lines. I was given space by some very powerful people, Mama Bear, Baba, and the tribe they have around me. So I was locked in pretty tight while I was learning. And so many people held me in space. So now that I've been, Spirit has shown me so much about myself, I'm just like, I used to be really moved because I can run really fast. I was really good running. And I was really good in basketball. And it just seemed like these one-off things kept happening to me that stopped that whole thing from happening. And, I dealt with it. I've said that, hey, it happened because it happened. Let me do this. I'm going to really pay attention to our wife's crystal energy of our wife. That's all I'm doing, just the energy. This person's energy is so beautiful. I experienced it during the ketamine, and so to have this person, to have the energy even show up in our lives, I mean, my love and I had to have done work to even have that kind of energy around us. So I am so grateful to her for showing us that kind of energy existed, and that's something that, for our life, just the energy, nothing else. That's all I'm doing. It's like focusing and manifesting. I know that everything's in time. everything's in time. So I would like our wife to show up tomorrow. However, Sigma has a say so in everything. So I'm just doing my part, which is the women's energy part. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. So I just want to get all these things saged. Yeah. All right, I'm done with that. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this is our. Let me show you. So you can come and have your sessions here. Also have a massage table, and you can be out here, and no music needed. And you could lay down and have your session. You can sit up. You can bring your crystals out. You can do whatever. Yeah, this is where I do my work at. So, anyway, what I was talking about was, let me bring this up. Just wanted to show you all where you all could book me for a session. Let me get one more thing. Hang on. So, I love this bag. So if you see me around town, I usually have my bag with me. So, and if you are a Scorpio, these are for you. Spirit told me to get these 11/15/2021. So I've been carrying these around. So they're for you, Scorpio. All right, and so today, when I was out, choosing what cards I should have. Let's see. These are my favorite cards. And so I had these out, the Lightsaber Cards. I love these cards. The three card pull for the Lightsaber. So basically, the one I like is where it tells you what's happening right now, where you're at right now. It tells you your shadow, and then what you'll need to progress, giving what you learn from these cards. And then also, also, these cards are my Mayat cards. So if it seems like these cards and you're still having questions, yeah. Or sometimes this comes up when it's like my energy, my heavy duty, my strong will energy. Yeah, I had these cards for a while. Yeah, they're they're fire. So if you've been struggling with something and you're just not sure, and you feel like, the reason why these cards are good to me is because as a Virgo, I'll see both sides, in the Mayat. I'll see this side, that side, each side, whatever side. And and so I see the truths, because it's like the empath way, it's like this person's truth is their truth, and then I see this person's truth and that person's truth and everybody's truth. And then you're like, well, what's the truth? What's the Mayat? Like the Mayat. Right here. Right here. And then people come to me and they'll say, my arm is broke, but all along it's their leg. And Mayat's going to be like, we're not talking about your arm, anything else, talking about your leg. And they were hiding their leg. No, it's my arm. No. So this gets to the heart of the matter. And then these cards, I brought these cards out because for the past week, you all have heard me. These are some beautiful cards. Look at that, dreams. But anyway, let me see if I can find the card. But anyway, so I remember this card because when I'm walking and talking, the word transmutation keeps on coming to me. Transmute. And I'm just like, there it is. And I keep on trying to say transition. Can you all see that? I keep on trying to say transition, and it keeps on saying transmute. So that's why. And then after listening to Wise Royalty today, when she I heard the reading for Virgos today, because she read every sign. This was mine's, the Ace of Wands. Can you see that? Oops. The Ace of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? So I got that today. Ace of Wands. And then, let me see. I'll leave these on the table because I'll probably take a picture later. And then this one, the card that is, which I didn't know, but like I said, that's why it's important for each person to have their own journey, because my card, which I didn't know, I mean, I knew the way that Virgo gets on people's nerves, it had to be something going on. So, no, not transparency. We know Virgo, my Virgo is not going to be transparent. Hell no. This one is the card that always came to me, and of course, after listening to Sister Myra, and now enjoying Sister Amina, yeah, this is the card. So these are my cards for where I'm at, and so the message was exciting, message that I've been getting. Like I said, this stuff's been going on for weeks now. Let's see, I got back from vacation the 14th. Didn't sleep for 3 weeks. Stayed up a day and a half with no sleep. Then slept. And then this. And so it's like, okay, I know that Spirit is everything that's been happening is confirmation. And so like I said, when I went to the first store today, the second store was great too. It was a different energy. The first store was like really great. I really enjoyed the first store. That energy was really beautiful. And so it was just confirmation of what Spirit was saying for me. And and it's just about, the timing of things, letting the doors open when they're supposed to open, and need to have, what it means to, even if you can kick a door open, do you want to kick the door open? True enough, you can't be where you're not supposed to be. However, things can happen if you're kicking and rushing. So say Spirit says slow down. We've all had that feeling, and it's like, what if Spirit said slow down? And you're like, no, I'm gonna go anyway. Well, you get there 10 minutes before and 20 different things happen, where Spirit knew that, and it put you here 20 minutes later. But you kicked the door in, so you got to experience minute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Spirit knew not to have you and your personality and your way in this space before the 20-minute mark. You came anyway. So this was still yours. However, now it's just like, okay, how are you experiencing now? Do you have the joy and happiness or whatever, anything that was attached to it at minute 20 versus 1 through 19? And do you have to sage and shake yourself off and do all this? I mean, all this kind of stuff is important when you're doing, are the whatchamacallits climbing up the trees. So this is what I like to, the iguanas climb up and down the trees. So you may catch that one day. Okay, so anyway, I'm just talking about just that time, just that time. So that timing. And, I mean, there's grace, mercy in there. There's grace and mercy in there, However, I'm just, I want to do stuff myself. I mean, Spirit has shown me myself. Oh, back to the Olympics and stuff. So I got selected for the Olympics to go to Olympic training. That got shot down. Basketball, I was really good. However, I was a center. They didn't do any guard work with me. So, of course, going to college, I was too small to be a center. And wasn't of any value if I couldn't handle the ball. Should have been doing that since I was 1. And then I had a second opportunity to run. Then I got injured in the military, fell off a plane. So it's like at every hand, it seemed like, wow, why can't I run? And so the latest and greatest thing that happened was I had a heart attack right before my race in March. And, for me, that experience was real. I mean, my spirit guides were on each side of me, keeping me here because I jumped so quick. And the NDEs I've had, it was, and my state of mind, and I had knowing that I was getting ready to transition from this world. And I had talked to Spirit about it. I'm like, okay, I mean, that's fine. I said I'm not staying. So that was like 55. So it's like, I'm not, hey, crow. It's like, I'm not staying. I'm good, And I had like one moment of maybe sadness when I thought about maybe my family being sad. However, the past year or so, no one's going to cry for me. And they're not supposed to. However, because of my codependency, you all know that was hard for me. Anyway, ignore my hair. So from there, when it happened, something else happened, which is the whole ketamine and the whole healing and stuff like that. And so I didn't know that my death was going to be a death that ushered me 100% into 100%. So, and I'm grateful to Sheikh Sufi because when I told him what happened, he didn't know what happened. He's been traveling in Africa. He didn't have no idea what happened. And, hey, I'm going to go ahead and stop this because this is going to stop itself. And so hang on. Part 1 is over. Going into part 2.